Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Are You a Movie Oracle Live? Yay! Although before I get started, I must say that it is with a heavy heart that I must announce that Trivial Theatre will not be joining today's stream. I am still processing this very sad and unfortunate news. She is apparently out of town, but it's going to be okay. I will be okay. And with you guys, we will get through this together. So, that being said, let me just explain to anybody who is jumping in and has never played before, or is at least not joined in on the last stream. I will just quickly explain how this works. It's pretty much the formula, the layout, whatever words you want to use, is pretty much very much the same as the other one. We have 3 rounds. There's a different category in every round, with round 1 being multiple choice. Everybody who is in the chat can play. To play, you just simply have to comment with your answers. If you're right, you get a point. Simple as that. If by the end of the game, when I'm tallying up the scores, a couple people have tied, then we will go to a bonus round, and I will only ask the people who have tied the bonus questions. On top of that, during the game, anyone from the chat can request to join the stream on screen via video or audio. All you have to do is let me know. I will send you an invite link, whether that be via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whichever is your preference. I am more active on Twitter, so that one would be easier. But while that is happening, while contestants are on the screen, no one in the chat can answer any questions at all. It is just for the people on the screen, and they have 5 minutes to try to answer as many questions as they can to try to give themselves an advantage. And yes, I still give out trophies. Trophies do happen, but that'll simply be to whoever has accumulated the most wins over the course of the year gets the trophy. So that is how this works. I'm just quickly checking in to the chat so I can see who is here, who am I saying hello to, and whose names am I writing down today. Good old Hypno's here. Hey, Chandrika. Hi, Thomas. I saw your tweet. Oh, Joey's movie blog. Hi, welcome to the stream. How can I be here and not here? I don't know, Hypno. I don't know. That is a conundrum. That is for sure. Jen, my lovely Jen, is here. You're literally not late at all, so that's fine. That's fine. No, it's fine. Joey, it's okay if you can't stay long. I appreciate that you stopped by regardless. I'm just going to quickly jot down names if I don't have anybody's names. You know, got to keep track of this shit. How is everybody doing? How about I ask you all that? That's a nice question. How's everybody doing this fine day? Hi, Kurt. Nice of you to join this stream. Did I miss anybody else's names? Oh, right. Oh, God. Nearly forgot that one. Whoopsie. I don't know what Longhorn is, but it sounds like alcohol was involved, so sounds like you had fun. Okay, I have written down the names. I'm sure I know Dan, I believe, is showing up at some point, so good luck putting the kid down, Thomas. Anyway, I've written down some names. I'm sure I will be adding in some more as we go, but let's kick this off with an intro, shall we? Okay, today is the questions today. I admit I'm acknowledging this ahead of time. They're going to be I'd say a little bit harder than last time, but that's, you know, usually how this stuff goes. You never know what you're going to get. but also because today, I don't think it is in the US right now, but in Australia, it is currently the dreaded Valentine's Day. Ah, anyway, which means I wanted to try and do something symbolic of Valentine's Day. I was actually going to change my graphics to include a little bit more Valentine stuff, and then I realized I don't care enough to do that because Valentine sucks. So instead, just going to kick off round one with something that I thought is as close to Valentine's themed as I can get. And no, that theme is not horror, although that is my idea of a Valentine. But isn't Valentine's Day technically February 13th? That's what or was it the day before or the day after? I have no idea. But anyway, let's go into round uno. So the category for round one, which is the multiple choice round, is romance. Yeah, I thought it rarely showed up in the other version of this game show, and it is Valentine's Day, so I thought, why the F not include some romance questions? But I love that as the romance category was popping up for so many people, as with the other version, so many people were letting me know they're like, romance isn't really my thing, which of course is totally my thing. So that's great. But it's multiple choice, so you got a 25% chance of getting shit right. So best of luck. And the best romance movie I loved is Bed of Roses. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, no, haven't heard of it. But we shall begin with question one, getting right into it, because you're here and I don't want to waste your time. So the first question, right off out of the gate, whatever euphemism I'm trying to use, but anyway, is 2019's Portrait of a Lady on Fire is set in what century? Is it A, 16th, B, 17th, C, 18th, or D, 19th? Submit your answers into the chat. Ooh, Hypno love True Romance, especially because it had Gary Oldman in it. Yeah, that's my jam. I'm ready to write down answers. Ooh, we've got... I should probably check what the answer is. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. That's... Who the fuck knows? Oh, I didn't write down. Let's see. Gary Oldman is the best. And Dan has officially joined the chat. Welcome aboard, Dan. See, I was smart. I already pre-wrote Dan's name down because I knew he was going to be here. Okay, so far got some nice selection of answers. Well done, guys. If you answered with C, 18th, then you would be correct. It was set in the 18th century. Brava to all those who said C. You are intelligent folk. Well, I'm sorry. How am I to know if you were actually in the chat if you didn't drop a comment, Dan? Sorry. God, I see he gonna be rude all up in my stream. Anyway, question 2, folks in the chat, is who plays Theodore's blind date in 2013's Her? Is it A, Scarlett Johansson, B, Amy Adams, C, Olivia Wilde, or D, Kristen Wiig? Should have grabbed myself a drink. I feel my throat is going to start getting very dry. Oh, we got DBA. Maybe that stands for something. DBAB. Do, do, do. B. B. So many letters. A was the her in her, wasn't she? Yes, Scarlett Johansson played the voice of the computer program. So, oh, wow. Unfortunately, no one got that one right because actually the character went on a blind date with Olivia Wilde's character. Sorry. Ooh, looks like it's already gonna be tricky. Damn those romance films. Damn them to hell. Then again, I haven't actually seen her either. Don't really want to be honest. But, oh well, what you gonna do? Moving on to the next question. Oh, hang on. Comments. Oh, the fighting words have been shared. The first shot has been thrown, fired. I don't know. Words fail me today, but the fights are going down in the chat. It has begun. We're moving on to the next question, which is, what is the name of Robbie's fiancée who leaves him at the altar in 1998's The Wedding Singer? Is it A, Linda, B, Holly, C, Julia, or D, Kate? Such a fun movie, The Wedding Singer. I do love it. I loves it very much. And the answers are pouring in. A, B, C. Do, do, do. Ask me a question, I know. B, C. I think this will be the only question I get right. Ye have little faith in oneself, but to everybody who said A, you were correct. The answer's A. Linda wasn't the little kid who walked up and said, Linda, you're a bitch. Because she was. Sometimes kids just know things. It's really lovely. That's Gregory equation. I don't know what that means. Anyway, next question is, in Me Before You, a movie I will never watch again because it drives me to hysterical tears, Will travels to which country in order to achieve his assisted suicide? As you do. A, the Netherlands, B, Canada, C, Belgium, or D, Switzerland? I'm sorry, he said Aunt Linda, my mole. Okay, Thomas says B, Kurt says D, Jennifer says A. Hypno says A, and that he's never seen it. It's a beautiful film. I absolutely loved it, but due to how much I cried from it, I can't watch it again. There are some movies I just can't go through it. Can't be done. It's bittersweet, but the end is very depressing, Chandrika. I will totally own that one. Actually, Hypno, all the countries that I have listed either have assisted suicide or are you are able to get a license to allow yourself to have to go through euthanasia. But these are countries where this is all basically permitted. Well, if you said D Switzerland, then you were correct. The answer is Switzerland. Yeah. I mean, it helps that he was, really, really rich, that he could even afford to go to Switzerland to die. Most people just, have to stay in their country and be forced to live. So he was a privileged cripple. You, you think The Little Mermaid is a horrible story? There's a story there. See, Kurt, I told you, don't count yourself out. You never know what's going to pop up. Seriously, I love The Little Mermaid. What? I mean, the original Hans Christian Andersen story. Now that's depressing. Which has been adapted, but it doesn't get talked about very much. Okay, moving on to the next question is, who did the cinematography for 1997's Titanic? And I'm sure I'm going to butcher some names and Dan's going to make fun of me because that's just how our relationship goes. Is it A, John Gilzerian, B, Russell Carpenter, C, James Laxton, or D, Rodrigo Prieto? Who did it? Who did La Cinematography? Who did it? Who did it? Who did do? CDC. Ha! CDC! Ha ha ha! Yeah, that's what we'd be needing over here with our super strain of COVID. Yeah! Dan says B. Hypno says B. B because John Carpenter. Oh, this gonna be fun. They see. Oh, Chandrika steps in with an answer as well. Lovely, lovely. I appreciate it. Yep. Well, if you all said B, you are very intelligent human beings because the answer is B, Russell Carpenter. Well done. I'm not entirely surprised. Dan knew the answer. I feel like Dan's going to walk away with a lot of points in this episode just because he's him and he's a know-it-all. Stuff like that. Titanic with Tim Curry. What? What is happening? Oh, it's gonna, and we're only 18 minutes into this live stream. It's gonna get fucking nuts today. I can feel it in me waters. Because Dan loves cat romances. That's about it. Next question. 2018's If Beale Street Could Talk is based on the 1974 novel written by who? Is it A, James Baldwin, B, Audrey Whiffenegger, C, Sarah Gruen, or D, Jojo Moyes? What a jerk. Well, of course Dan's a jerk. There's even been a song written about it. Which, for those who don't know, it's called Jenkins is a Jerk, released by Electric Bongo, which is now currently available on Spotify. You should check it out. Okay, we have answers coming in. We got that one. Did I already do that? Ooh, hello, JMash97. Welcome to the stream. Name is going down onto the scoreboard. Who also said, very good movie. Jennifer chimes in with an answer, which is so lovely when that happens. Poor motion. Aha, right. Promotion. Thought there's like porn motion or something. That's my head translated that into something completely different. Jen, I apologize. Just so you know, I'm not lying. And to all those who said, hey, James Baldwin, you are correct. I'm realizing in the last few days how common the last name Baldwin is. Either that or the Baldwin family is just really, really large. I mean, which I'm fine with. That's fine. JMash, there is no shame in being late. You follow your own schedule, and I respect this. Welcome aboard. Don't worry, your name is down and you've already got your first score on the scoreboard, so congratulations. We move on to the next question. And the question is, which Australian actress has a small role in 2013's About Time? Is it A, Rose Byrne, B, Kate Blanchett, C, Teresa Palmer, or D, Margot Robbie? And yes, I noticed some grammatical errors in this post. Dan, leave me alone. But everybody, tell me your answers. Go for it. Yes, I had a feeling there would be one particular person who would know the answer to this question. So many answers coming in. Jen says E. I have a lowercase p for Palmer, and I didn't have my bracket in front of the A. Ooh, I noticed my errors and you didn't, or you were just being very, very nice. No. Although it is interesting that Jensen is doing so well in the romance category. But yes, everybody who said Margot Robbie, you were correct, especially Dan, who said it multiple times with capital D's and exclamation marks. And he wrote the letter D so many times because he really badly wants to give her the D. But that's a completely different matter. Yeah. All those. So rude. Oh, I get it now. Wow. That's a Homer Simpson slow moment. I get the Mrs. Palmer joke now. I get it. It finally clicked, and this is really awkward and embarrassing. Okay, yep, that has publicly marked my shame of how slow I am. Wow, that is awkward. Anyway, even if you haven't seen the movie for this next question, you should know the answer because it is super easy because it has been mentioned so many times. 2010's Remember Me takes place in which US city? Is it A, Los Angeles, B, New York, C, Chicago, or D, Boston? And for the record, I actually like this movie. I did not hate it like some people did. I even like the twist at the end. Yeah. I'm slow. I know. Leave me be. Okay, let's see. Answers coming in. Oh, 5-minute movie guy has joined. Yay! Welcome. I will write that down. Hypno. Writing down 5-minute. There we go. There we go. Yes, that is the film with Robert Pattinson. Did I put that one down? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. Yes, well done to everybody who said New York. And yeah, like J Mash said, it's a film where even if you haven't seen it, pretty much everybody kind of knows about the ending because people just, love to spoil shit for everyone. Like Mandalorian or WandaVision. And just ruin it for the rest of us who may potentially want to watch it. Thanks, guys. But that's a different kettle of fish, I think. Yes, Jen. The plot twist was he was Batman all along, and that Gotham City is not Gotham City, it's actually New York. I don't think I've seen or heard of Reign Over Me, but anyway, next question. The character Stella in 2019's 5 Feet Apart suffers from what medical condition? Is it A, sarcoidosis, B, asthma, C, cystic fibrosis, or D, tuberculosis? Submitteth youreth answereth. Okay, we've got tuberculosis, cystic fibrosis, tuberculosis. Stupid movie. Have you actually seen 5 Feet Apart, Hypno? I was going to go and see it because they were doing it for a Flicks with the Chicks at the cinema, but I knew that I'd probably end up crying a lot, so I chose not to go. And then the film saw my tweet, so they actually replied to me and they're like, no, you should still definitely go see it. I'm like, well, now I'm really not going to go see it because that was just weird. When in doubt, go with C. Nothing wrong with that. It's a solid possibility. Oh, thank you, Chandrika. I did not know that. I have not heard of it, and I have not seen it. And if you answered with D, tuberculosis, then you were incorrect. The answer is C, cystic fibrosis. It's funny because I made you for a brief moment think you were correct. I'm going to hell. I'd say I'm considering checking this movie out, but that would be a lie. I have no intention of doing that at all. So, last question for round 1 is another Robert Pattinson question, oddly enough. In 2011's Water for Elephants, Jacob was a veterinary student at what university? Is it A, Cornell, B, Yale, C, Duke, or D, Temple? Oh, shade is being thrown about movies and stuff. B, B, C, do, 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 do. I think I've seen maybe 2 of these films. I know, like I said, it's funny how when I do a romance category, the number of people who pop up and say, I don't watch romance films is quite entertaining. Okay, Hypno chimes in with an answer. That's nice. Because Andy from The Office went there. I still haven't watched any episodes of The Office. I do plan to one day. Chandrika says Duke. 5 Minute Movie Guy says Cornell. J Mash chimes in. Any other potential answers? No, yes, no. Well, if you said Cornell, you were correct. The answer was A, Cornell. Bravissima. I do enjoy Parks and Recreation. Yes, I do believe there is a Temple University. Well, all the places that I named are real colleges or universities. I didn't make any up. It's just only one of them is the correct answer. Well, you did brilliant. That is all 10 questions of round 1 finished. Well done, everybody, which means we must now move on to round 2. Round 2 might be easy, might be hard. I don't know. It really depends. But the category for round 2 is soundtracks. And turned out I had 0 soundtrack questions written down in any of my quiz books. Apparently, I had run out and never replaced them. So I had to replace them at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we may as well just, do they offer something? I don't fucking know what they offer at Temple. Don't ask me stupid questions, Hypno. My God. Anyway, first question in the category of soundtracks. No multiple choice anymore, guys. Sorry, you're on your own. But don't worry, the first question is easy. First question is, name the theme song performed by Eminem for his 2002 film 8 Mile. Aw, I'm sorry to hear of your computer difficulties, Dan. That is very tragic. I'm with you, Jen. I love soundtracks. I have many, many movie soundtracks. Okay. Thanks, 5. I'm not going to keep saying 5-minute movie guy. I'm just going to start calling you 5 now. Unless you're comfortable with me using your real name. But I don't make assumptions. Dan is lying. Mum spaghetti. There's no such thing as gravity. Dan just sucks. What the hell? Was that an attempt at a joke? Because that one needs to go back into the writer's room. I'm just gonna say that. But to everybody who threw down Lose Yourself, you are correct. And it is still, to this day, such a fun song. Not my favorite Eminem song, but it's in like the top 5. Oh my God, and now I've forgotten the title of my Eminem song. Oh, that's weird. Whoopsie. Anyway, next question is, who performed the theme song Streets of Philadelphia for the 1993 film Philadelphia? Hit me with your answers. Hit me with your best shot. Do, 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 do. There's no such thing as gravity. Dan just sucks. Wow. That is just awkward. Okay. Wow, that chat was slow for a second. It was slow in actually sending me comments. Sorry, guys. Oh, hypno shading Eminem. Mockingbird. Interesting. I haven't actually heard Mockingbird. Okay. Answers. Remember when they played it at the Oscars last year? So random. Yeah, but it was that last year or the year before that? Because years are all kind of blurring together now. Yes, I was singing Pat Benatar, and no, you don't get bonus points for that. But yes, well done to everybody who said Bruce Springsteen. He sang it. You were correct. Y'all are killing it with points today. Like, there's nobody who is. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a couple people who get less points, but so far, everybody is getting a lot of points, which is really nice. It makes me happy. No understanding of time anymore. Me neither. Next question. Who composed the score to 1982's Blade Runner? I honestly, Chandrika, can say I have never heard of this song. And I'd say I'm going to go listen to it later, but I'm not. Kurt, first one. It's okay. Kurt, in case you didn't already know, you are completely welcome to misspell things as long as I can understand what you're saying. I don't really care about spelling. Unlike some people. Not that I will name names. I was not going to name Jen. Would not do that. Bruce Springsteen again. Jen, you're so shady. I love it. This is the question that separates people from people. So deep. But if this was your answer, again, I'd probably butcher pronouncing it. So I'd say Vangelis, but if I got that wrong, I am sorry. I've never heard it said, but for everybody who typed that, you were correct. Ockies. Ah, y'all are funny. Okay, next question. How many James Bond songs were performed by Shirley Bassey? Shirley Bassey is my mum's favorite singer of James Bond songs. All Shirley Bassey's songs are my mother's favorite. Vangelis. Ah, Vangelis. Thank you, Dan. We have 2, 4. Two, 4, 5. This is one of those times where people will just start throwing out random numbers. Dan comes in with the number 3. Sorry, Jen. Nope. No lifelines. You're on your own. Let's see. Yeah, but I feel like Dan was a bit more clear in his description of how to say the word. Like, it just made more sense to me. It just clicked more. And also, I didn't see your first comment. At least I'm honest. Let's see. Okay, if you said 3, you are correct. She did 3, Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and Moonraker. I don't like Moonraker. No. Although every so often my mum will randomly start singing Goldfinger or Diamonds Are Forever. Not necessarily the song. She'll just sing those words. And then I'm over there begging her to shut up. Love her, but, anyway. Next question. Which iconic diva performed vocals for John Williams' theme song Somewhere in My Memory on the Home Alone 2 Lost in New York soundtrack? Good luck. And this isn't like a really bad one. I have this soundtrack. That's why I know this question's answer. I don't know. Hypno, are you guessing? Or are you just copying whatever Dan says? No, I'm just kidding. Whitney Houston. Very interesting. Winty Huston. Hypno chimes in with Bette Midler. That is like two extremes. Whitney Houston, Bette Midler. Stupid. Curious for not being in the right place, typing and nothing coming up. Taylor Momsen. Was she even alive? Was she born yet? I've seen this movie over a dozen times. How am I not aware of this song? You've heard the composition for it throughout the film. I don't know if the song was performed during the credits. I think it was, but it's definitely on the soundtrack with vocals. But mostly you don't hear it with vocals in the film. But nevertheless, to my amazement, the only person who got a point for that one was Hypno. The answer is indeed Bette Midler. How did you know that? Did you know that or did you cheat? You know how I feel about cheating in my shows. Is it Barbara? It was not Babs, Chandrika. I'm sorry. No Babs. Not today. Yes, it was Bette Midler, and if you don't believe me, you can Google it and you can listen to it on YouTube, obviously. I have to admit, as much as I love Bette Midler, and I really, really do, I like the song so much better without the vocals. It just sounds much better as a composition. What? You don't like Bette Midler 5? That is sad. I'd still go and look up the song though. It's actually not bad, especially to play during Christmas time. Now I know why my brain was arguing between Dion and Streisand, because it was neither. That's why it was arguing. Well, the truth I've told me. I do love I Put a Spell on You. That's always fun. Hocus Pocus in general is fun. But next question. The Little Mermaid's Part of Your World has been covered by what famous Australian singer and actress? I mean, the song has been covered by a lot of people, so I had to be specific with some about her country of origin. Well, how can you not love Whitney Houston? It's Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is amazing. 5. May she rest in peace. Who's gonna get that in? Who is a famous Australian singer and actress? Interesting. Kylie, interesting choice. Original or oof. Kurt's just like, nah, I give up. Kylie, person who sang it, Kylie Minogue. I'm starting to think that maybe people only know the only Australian singer and actress they know in Australia is Kylie Minogue. Olivia Newton-John from Dan. 5 says Russell Crowe. No. ONJ. I'm not sure I can accept your answer, Hypno. Your first answer was shrug. And shrug was not the answer. But yeah, first person to chime in correctly, of course, was Dan, because the answer was indeed Olivia Newton-John. It's very strange to hear Jodie Benson sing it all these years and then to listen to Olivia Newton-John sing it, and it's just such a different experience, and it kind of messes with your head. Delta? I mean, she could. She probably would or has at some point, but Jiley. Hugh Jackman. Yes, probably better. Hugh Jackman is the better singer. I have seen him live in concert. He's amazing. Thomas, you didn't know Olivia Newton-John was Australian? She's Australian. Born and raised. Have you not heard her speak? She's still got her Aussie accent. That hasn't gone away. Bless her. Who is still battling cancer. My God. Anyway, next question. Who composed the score to 1988's Die Hard? And now Jen's question pops up, but yeah. She had cancer, then she beat it. But it has come back a different form. I think it's actually stage 4, but she's had this cancer for a couple years now, and she's still going. So it's not like she's keeled over or anything. She's still going. Bruce Willis. If Bruce Willis had composed it, that would be very impressive. Dan comes in first with the answer of Michael Kamen. Is that the answer? Is it? Kamen or Kamen? J Mash chimes in. Hypno chimes in. Dan, help! Is it Kamen or Kamen? A or B? How do I pronounce it correctly? Jen. I love Die Hard too. Jen Stewart, Carl Winslow. Love his Brazil score, so I'll follow to popular vote. That's got to go on the screen for those who don't know. We love to add in some extra trivia. Okay, which is why in X-Men he was credited as Michael Kamen. I love that. I love that. Haha. And now Dan's on the screen with a typo. He has to live with that shame. Okay. And those who said it, yes, of course, Michael Kamen is the answer. Well done to all of you who said it. And if you didn't, better luck next time. Next question. Which artist created a concept album for the 2015 computer animated film Home, which I saw and found incredibly lackluster? I found it pretty dull. I wasn't really a fan of it. Like, it's cute, it's pretty colors, but, you know. Will be interesting to see if anybody has an answer for this one. Oh, okay, let's see. Kurt chimes in with Steven Wilson. J Mash is there with Rihanna. Thomas is there with Rihanna. 5 chimes in with Rihanna. Steven Wilson. Do I even know who Steven Wilson is? Do I? Probably not. If I'm saying this, then no, I don't know. Chandrika. Never seen it, don't know, but going with Rihanna because everyone else is. If everybody was gonna jump off a cliff, would you do it too, Hypno? No, you wouldn't. You'd probably be there pushing them off the cliff. Taylor Momsen. Progressive program. Porcupine Tree. Wow, I can honestly say I have never heard of this band. That is a trippy name. Dan chiming in with Electric Bongo. Yes, Electric Bongo should 100% do a concept album for, well, if it's not for a film, then it should just be done for its album. I've said Electric Bongo needs to do a visual album. I would pay to see it. I would finance it. But to all you clever folk who said Rihanna, you were correct. It was indeed Rihanna. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Next question. Paramore have done many songs for various films. They provided 2 songs on the Twilight soundtrack, Decode and which other song? Which other song? Concept album for cats. It's funny, and yet I would pay to see that. Jen is singing. Assuming it was her because she was in it. J Mash uses logic. Well done. What answers? Oh. I think either nobody has any answers, or people are cheating, or my chat has just slowed down once again. Dan's got I caught myself. Hypno says I caught myself, which makes me think someone has been cheating. I am Vampire Him Sparkle. I love Paramore. Okay, so maybe Hypno didn't cheat if he loves Paramore. And vampires don't sparkle; they refract. My God, I'm so sick of that sparkle shit. It's not even what they do. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Jen says Paramore. Paramore is not an answer, my dear. Who is Paramore? Ouch. No, Batman. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, Hypno. You failed on that joke earlier, but you had me with that one. Well done. Decode. I caught myself, though. Well done. Yeah. Thank you, Jen! Yes! Thank you! I assume that means either you're agreeing with me or you just hate that they sparkle. Which one? I now I don't know if Jen's actually agreeing with me or she's trashing me. It's one or the other, but yes. The vampires in Twilight, I'm saying, don't sparkle. They refract light. That's just, I'm sick of people saying sparkle, because that's not actually what they do. It's a whole biology thing that goes in the books, and they don't establish any of it in the fucking films, and it drives me bonkers. Melissa Rosenberg, she fucked up that adaptation screenplay. Sorry, true story. She fucked it up. Ouch, Hypno. It is a great soundtrack. I still like the movie. I have for emotional reasons, but the soundtracks for the films and the scores for them are absolutely brilliant. But to my friends who said I caught myself, you were correct. You caught yourself. You were correct. Well done. And I'm starting to notice some people's taste in music, so I feel like there are going to be a couple people who are going to get this one correct. Excuse me. The last question for round 2 is, which band song "The End is the Beginning is the End" was featured on the Batman and Robin soundtrack and won a Grammy? Thomas comes in first with his answer of Smashing Pumpkins. U2, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins. Caught yourselves cheating. Potentially. Which would upset me because I do not want cheating in my game, because I do actually give out real trophies and those should be earned, not bought. Except for me when I'm getting them made. Spamming pumpkins? What? Okay. Did I? Hang on. You can't change your mind, Hypno. You wrote down U2 first, therefore that's your answer. You can't change it. Chandrika chimes in. Wild Stallions by 5. Song on the soundtrack. Now I can't remember if U2 was on Batman Forever or Batman and Robin, but yes, I do believe that they did have a song. And yes, well done to everybody who said the Smashing Pumpkins. Well done. Not changing my mind, just thinking out loud. Fair enough. Fair enough. Aha! I said it. I said it was either Batman Forever or Batman and Robin. And I do love that song. I love Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. I love that song. So good. Okay, well, y'all did amazingly. So I guess we should just, like, I don't know, move into like round 3 or something? Like, maybe? I don't know. Maybe? Yes? So round 3 is actually a category that was picked by one of my patrons. This was meant to be used back in December, but then, you know, people were just giving me the shits, and that's when I'm like, fuck it, the show's over. So I never got to use this category and all the questions that I wrote in the first. So this category was picked by my patron Josh. He picked the category of Nicolas Cage, and he wrote the first question. So you'll get to appreciate his category and his question. And if you know nothing about Nick Cage, well, then I guess you're fucked. But anywho, round 3, first question for Nicolas Cage is: in the 2000 film Gone in 60 Seconds, what is the code name used for the Hummer stolen by Sphinx and Mirror Man? This question was written by Josh. Thank you, Josh. Don't know if he's ever going to watch this. I'm going to have to tag him in the post on Twitter. Only because it's relevant and it actually concerns him, unlike other people who tag you in shit that's got nothing to fucking do with you. But I'm not bitter about anything, I promise. Answers. Let's see, what do we got? J Mash's answer of I'm fucked. It's an interesting answer. I appreciate it. I will consider it. Take the money. I got nothing. No, I'm bitter about it. Take any role. Wow. Wow! Skull Queen has entered the chat. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is so lovely. I'm going to write down her name. Wow, does nobody know the answer to this question? Somehow I actually thought Dan might know the answer. Okay. Okay, Chandrika says Eleanor. 5 says it will be a girl's name. I know that much. You are correct. It is a girl's name. Hee hummer. I actually thought Dan was going to know this one for some reason. Oh, what a bum. Well, keep in mind again, I didn't write this question. Josh did, so don't get mad at me. But the answer was Tracy. So 5 and Dan were was it? No. 5-minute movie guy, a good pal. He was correct about it being a girl's name, but it was not Eleanor and it was not Tracy. Sorry, guys. Let's try an easier question. Hopefully, this is an easier one. Nicolas Cage is the nephew of which famous director? Come on, that's easy. You suck, Josh. Hey, be nice. Be nice. He does not suck. He just has intricate questions. Nicolas Cage. Famous uncle. Who is it? Ooh, and the answers come pouring in with people saying Francis Ford Coppola. Let's see. Thomas. G. Jane. Hendrika. Kurt. Coppola. Jen, do you do this stuff on purpose? Methinks the answer is yes, that you do. See, told you that one was an easy one. Well done, everybody. It is Francis Ford Coppola. La 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 la. Let's kick this up a gear, shall we? Born Nicholas Kim Coppola. I think I typed that right. For some reason, that almost looked like a capital I, but I don't think it is. But maybe no, it is. No, it isn't. No, it is. No, it's not. It's just typed weird. Born Nicholas Kim Coppola, his change of name was inspired in part by what Marvel Comics character? Ooh. Oh, it's an instant typing process. Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Luke Cage, Ghost Rider. I'd like it was Ghost Rider. That would be quite poetic. But, I just want to say, Chandrika, you are doing terrific today. Just want to show you a bit of love because I'm just looking at your score and everybody else's, and you're doing great. Loving it. And to all you geniuses who said Luke Cage, you were correct. It was indeed Luke Cage. Well done. Next question. Cage made his film debut in what 1982 film? Tell me. I haven't even seen the first episode of Luke Cage. Still not. After Face Off. Haven't seen Face Off in years. I do like Ghost Rider, though. I wasn't a fan of the sequel, though. They changed too much. Okay, first up is Kurt with Fast Times at Ridgemont High, followed by Thomas with the same answer. But are they correct? That's the question here. Leaving Las Vegas. Valley Girl. Dan throws down an answer. Then J Mash comes in with an answer. Five-minute welcome to stream situations. And this is why I'm saying that it's not who comes first, because you never know whose answers are going to pop up when. I think I'm wrong. Fast Times, that name is too long. Oh, God. To everybody who said Fast Times at Ridgemont High, you are correct. It was indeed Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Well done. Well, no. There was that instance where, everybody said Whitney Houston and you said Bette Midler. And was it you who said Bette? Yeah. And it was Bette Midler. So there you go. Sometimes going against the grain is a good thing. Hey, it's a solid strategy. Skull. I mean, definitely. You can just do that. Keep in mind, this is a serious game where real prizes are to be won. But anyway, moving on. Cage plays Balthazar Blake in what 2010 film that apparently was panned by critics? And to those critics, I say fuck you, because it was a very fun movie. One time. Yeah, allegedly. Ooh. How many times do I have to say it, Hypno? Real trophies are to be won. Oh, God, people, you don't listen to me. Okay, Thomas chimes in first with Sorcerer's Apprentice, but is that the correct answer? Apparent from Jen. Oh, you guys did an episode on Sorcerer's Apprentice? I think I saw that post. Yes, definitely. Listen to what he says. Yes. Throw likes down. Be generous. Okay, where was I? Thomas Green, Jane Nash. I think I did that one. Just writing down. If everybody got some answers, then I gotta write them down. This is the hard part of this, trying to keep track of everything. Yes, J Mash. Very underrated indeed. I love seeing Dan making grammatical errors. It makes my soul sing. And to all you amazing people who said the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you were correct. Well done. And Skull Queen got her first official point on the board, so well done to her. Unless she was just copying people. I'm going to just pretend that she didn't, that she wrote that because she knew it. Therefore, it was a, I smell roast chicken. I smell roast chicken. That smells really nice. And now I want roast chicken. It's a grammatical error because you wrote it in two different messages instead of one, so your second message just looks weird. I'm taking the little things where I can, okay? My God. Probably, Chandrika. It's very possible that it did, but I don't know. Oh, do you get the highlights of when they tag you on here? Maybe the highlight would be answer only. So that helps. What? Okay, Jen, what does this mean? Speak to me because I don't understand. Oh yes, and it's true. Dan did actually spell sorcerer wrong. Sorcerer's Apprentice, the film title, is actually spelled Cerer. Oh, no. I'm doing everything via StreamYard. I'm not actually on YouTube. This is just being streamed to YouTube. So if you do something, if you tag me, I can see in the chat that you've tagged me because I can see my name, but it doesn't get highlighted. And yeah, your stuff only gets highlighted if I click on it. So there's that. Dan's not happy. Dan hates me now. Dan already hated me. How many times has Cage been nominated for an Academy Award? But because I still can't, Dan, how are you feeling today? I'm asking because I genuinely care. I have a genuine interest in your well-being. How are you feeling? You're still able to give me sassy attitude, so I'm assuming that you're doing all right. Hypno trying to correct Dan spelling. That is hilarious. Kurt chimes in with 2. Jen with 1. Tom with 2. Skull with 3. Hypno with 2. Dan can't stop making mistakes. Ooh. Hypno, you know, Dan's gonna just like repeatedly kill you over and over and over again in the next GTA stream for all the things you're saying today. Chandrika says 2. 5 minutes says 2. J Mash takes it a step further and tries to name the film, saying Leaving Las Vegas and Adaptation. My word. Dan says 2. I'd love to say yes, you get bonus points for that, but no, you do not, J Mash. Sorry. But nevertheless, you were still correct. The answer is he was nominated twice for Leaving Las Vegas and Adaptation. Was it Adaptation? Or maybe I typed it wrong and it's Adaptation. One of us is wrong, but also you're still correct, so whatever. If I have the spelling error, I am not shocked by this. Oh, y'all just throwing that shit in my face. Next film question. Cage made his directorial debut in 2002 with what film? And I just nearly broke a nail. Oh god, I've already forgotten what the answer. Ah, yes. Okay. What answers do we have? Oh, piss off, Hypno. Piss off. He was friends with famous Johnny Depp. Do I get extra credit? No. And Dan chimes in with the first answer, unless everybody's answer is I don't know if people are correcting my spelling or if that's meant to be their answer for this question. Cage made his directorial debut in 2002 with what film? But yes, we have many answers here. We've got this one and this one. Sledge against Dan, not you. Well, I don't really care. I'm used to it at this point. C5, I have educated you today. Yes, he has directed. Dan's losing it. I'm going to put this on the screen because it's really funny. You heathens! Spike Jones directed adaptation. Sheesh! Y'all triggering Dan. He's been unwell. Treat him kindly. But that's funny. But yes, to all those who said sunny, whatever. Yes, that was correct. That was the answer. Well done. JMash, you can say anything you like as long as it is semi-respectable. Well, like I said, Dan's under the weather, and being under the weather makes people a little testy. There's a joke opening right there, but I'm not going with it. Next question. In what film is this Cage quote? He may have my soul, but he doesn't have my spirit. Skull got that. Skull got where I was going. Testy. And the answers are pouring in. But are they correct answers? Ooh, Thomas has decided to be rebellious and say Ghost Rider 2. Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider. No, you can't say that more than too many times. Nope, don't work. Yeah, that's... Price is writing it. I don't think that works with movie trivia. I still want to see Willy Wonderland, though. The poster for Willy Wonderland looks like the banana splits, so therefore I'm worried. Like, I can't go through another banana split situation here. I really can't. But anyway, to everybody who said Ghost Rider, well done. And yes, I know, the space is missing. Leave me be. Here, look, this how you want to do it? This how you want to do it? Here, look, watch, hang on. See, watch me do this. There you go. Look, ta-da! Problem solved. Now you can't pick on me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I fixed it. I do good, Dan. I do good. I fix spelling error. Yay! This is why I say Dan is like a really cool stepdad, because I'm always seeking his approval. Oh wow. I'm sad and pathetic. Anyway, last question for round 3 is, in what film will you find this Cage quote? It isn't lying. You just tell them what you did right and leave out the rest. That's a low bar. Banana splits is the lowest of the bars. Interesting. Moonstruck, Raising Arizona. I think we're going to have an eclectic array of answers this time. I am intrigued. Family Man. Moonstruck, Raising Arizona, Family Man. Dan chimes in with Snake Eyes, and he has an exclamation point, so you know he's really enthusiastic about it. Hypno says Snake Eyes. Chandrika says I got her on that one. Sorry, girl. Itchy nose. Let's see. Any other answers gonna come on in? These are the only videos where I don't have to worry about my hair causing green screen issues. It's great. Never Seen Snake Eyes. National Treasure. Aha! Or eclectic answers. I could actually see this quote in National Treasure, though. So, I would go with that. Brian De Palma is overrated. Ooh, shots fired. But to the intelligent folk in the chat who said Snake Eyes, you were correct. Because you are smarty patootie pantsy pants. That is the best quote ever. It is a good quote. Them's fattin' words. They are. Shots were fired. Okay, well, since that was the last question for round 3, guys, that means I have some scores to tally, and we'll see if we have a winner or if we have to go to a bonus round. So please. Excuse me a moment. Okay, guys, good news. Kind of, depending on how you look at it. No bonus round is needed because we have a definitive winner. And it's by this much. So we will go through everybody's points, let you know how y'all did. So, coming in last with a valiant effort is Skull Queen with 2 points, and that's only because she came into the game late. So the fact that there are any points on the board at all is still an impressive feat. That is followed by my darling Jen, who has scored 9 points. Very well done. Congratulations to you. Next is 5-Minute Movie Guy, who has ranked up 10 points, which again came in late but still did well. So congratulations on your 10-point score. That moves us to JMash97, who has accumulated 13 points. Well done to you. Followed by Kurt, who has gotten 14 points, who beat out JMash by 1. So well done to you. And that moves on to Thomas. Sorry, you did not get first place this time. You did great last time, but this time you have come in with 17 out of 30, which is still pretty darn awesome. And wow, as for our top 3 competitors, technically it's the top two because in second place is tied. Two competitors both had 19 points, with the winner having 22 points. And those who are tied were Chandrika and Hypno, who are tied with 19 points for second place, which means that bastard Dan Jensen has won episode 2 of Are You a Movie Oracle with 22 reigning points out of 30 questions. Congratulations to you, sir. Like I said, Chandrika, you were killing it today, so the fact that you got second place, which was tied with Hypno, is awesome, but Dan wins. That damn know-it-all movie man, he has won this game with 22 points out of 30. Well done. And if you don't believe me, it's all here. It's all here. What the hell? Why is that green? I'm sorry. Why is that orange? I've literally highlighted this in green, and for some reason on camera it's orange. That is weird. But it is green. Wowzers, what a shock. Is it though? Is it a shock? I don't feel like it's that shocking. Supreme knowledge of romance got you over the line. Surprisingly, yeah, who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought Dan would do so well at romance? But I just knew that he'd do well at, like, movies in general, because he kind of knows stuff. Yeah. So technically, if Dan's computer hadn't crashed with those last couple of questions, he might have gotten like 28 out of 30 or something like that. Anyway, that is the end of today's movie trivia game. This was fun. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you, J Mash. I'm very glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining this one, Jen. Enjoy the other stream you're about to go over to. No, Jen thinks I was lying about it. Dan likes his romance. So much fun. But that is it for today's stream. The questions are over and done with, and we have our winner. Today's winner being Dan Jensen of Movie Talk with Dan Jensen. You can see that right there in his title. But I can say this has been another awesome game. Y'all accumulated so many points. I actually thought that these questions were going to be harder, but y'all killed it. So thank you to everybody who tuned into today's stream. Thank you to everybody who has played along. I've had a blast with you guys, and you guys have been very entertaining. Congratulations to everybody who got points, and I cannot wait to have you guys tune in to the next episode. I'm planning on doing these episodes fortnightly. So yeah, this the next episode will be same time in 2 weeks, same day. And that's basically going to be the permanent schedule unless something gets in the way. So I hope everybody is doing well wherever you are. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for having fun with me. And I will see you in 2 weeks for episode 3. And outside of that, may I just say happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And if you don't celebrate it, I don't care, because I don't celebrate it either. So either way, happy Valentine's Day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.